anybody here know the history of Caribou Mine?
No, but we would love for you to come, since you,
I gotta
since
know.
you work there.
No, I didn't work there. I walked up there many times.
Aren't you 105 years old?
Me?
Yeah.
About
Can you all hear what he said?
No.
He asked if anyone knew the history about the Carabel mine.
I think Johnny does, don't you, John?
Yeah, I know quite a bit about it.
You move the
Tell me about it.
microphone closer to him.
We
I'll
can,
knock it over.
we can sure try.
I mean,
What do you want to do?
Well, Bert Pratt is the one that started Carabel Mine, and he also had a sawmill here in town down by Lester's place. Before they ever showed up, he had a sawmill down there. And he also had a sawmill where he made all the lumber for the old Carabel Mine right there. And when I was just riding around here in the assay office over there at the Carabel, we just left it, shut the door and walked out. There was gold scales sitting there and everything was there. Left it, go right afterward. Water wheels in there, the dryers, everything was still intact. And then what happened next, the tourists come to town. And they scavenged everything that was there and hauled it off in jeeps or whatever they could get with it. We would have taken anything like that when we were running around, we'd got beat to death up there. Just leave it alone. Leave it intact. They tell me that they made one gold break up there. And then Joe Jenny's uncle worked in that mine. And they hit a water leak up there, like to drown them all and run them out, and never could go back in and hit the gold vein anymore. So that's what happened to what in the Carabel mine.
Who started it, Tony?
Bert, Pratt.
Pat?
Pratt.
Bert Pratt,
Yeah.
Bert the Lyman,
Lyman Pratt was Bert's boy.
that's right.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth was your aunt, wasn't she?
Elizabeth Pratt was my aunt.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know how the Carabel got its name?
Well, I've heard, but I don't remember.
Bert told me himself, so it almost had to be true. He owned it at one time, you know.
Yeah.
He named it after his wife, Bella, and Carolyn, his daughter. They called it the Carabel. That's what he said.
Well, I guess probably you all some more old mines. As you go up to Goose Lake Road, first one you come to was the Myrtle Mill, they call it. It's still a structure on the right-hand side, north going up. Well, all that lumber built that mill. It was trucked in down here at the bottom, and at that time when the roads up there, was just a narrow wagon road. So that old wagon that's sitting up here in my yard right now in Red River hauled all that lumber up there. We had 4 horses on a wagon, made about 2 trips a day. And then also excavated that out with a horse, with the levels of that mill. So after the mill was finished, well, the old Jayhawk mine was on up above there about 1.5 miles. And they started opening up that's where the gold ore was supposed to come from. And I worked in that mine when I was 19 years old. At night, ride a horse from Young's Ranch up there and go to work and come back in the morning. And then as soon as the mill got operated, they found out that New York investors didn't have a return on their money, so they said, that's it, boys. They quit putting money out, so the mill shut down, and that was the end of the mine.
John, when you were mining up and working in those shafts, did you guys use birds to check for methane gas? Was that a practice out here at all?
No, we didn't go in there really that far. It was good air all the time.
It's cold, honey.
They pumped air in. They had big fans in there from the outside, and it was a gasoline air compressor. The old miners used to have to do all that by hand, but we pulled an air compressor up there and bigger jackhammers and everything in there, and there's also air. That old tunnel right there, or that old hole as you go by, is the Jayhawk mine to the left of the road, and that was the air in too. The old tunnel went on beyond that inside.
How far in did it go?
Oh, it went in there about 1,000 feet or something like that. And then it branched, went one way inside a couple of times and then it went up. What you call it, stovers. It was interesting working.
But there wasn't that much taken out of the mine there.
No.
Were any of these mines productive in this area, Johnny?
Yeah. Black Copper Mine, the history of that mine is, that was the richest mine in Red River of all the mines. The water run them out too. At that time, they just had a steam engine boiler up there and steam pumps, so they were just capacity. The water got too great, so they couldn't discover the gold in the bottom. But Jess Young, my uncle worked in there, and he said that, wire gold and all that to come out, just raw gold like that.
How about the Midnight Mine?
How's that?
Yes, about the Midnight Mine.
Midnight Mine, I don't know, I never did hear about, too much. Their granddad used to talk about, they worked up there in the wintertime too, and you know how deep the snow gets up in there. So these big old Swedes was up in there working, and they'd carry 100-pound sacks of flour and back on their snowshoes in the wintertime in and out of there, when they get what they call winter in there. So they worked at it. There's gold in Bitter Creek right now. You can pan gold out there, up above. Getting the camps up there.
You know, over by,